a cheese sandwich?
Of course, Alex. How do you know? Good job.
Good job, Alex. You did it.
I will not be.
We should have if Alex can't make it one time, you should just have like words. Yeah, just push buttons. Just have Alex say something.
Cheese sandwich.
Good job, Alex.
Boobies.
Hey.
Boobies.
Hey.
I'm not in that anymore.
What? Are you guys quoting my famous lines?
I like men. I like men.
And there's Alex's point.
Moving on from what Alex just said. Hey, $20 is $20.
That is true.
What makes you tick?
Bobby.
What makes you tick?
Bobby, I like men.
Cheese sandwich.
Cheese. Bobby, I like cheese sandwich.
I like how you guys are making up a soundboard and like doing it perfectly. Bobby, I like a cheese sandwich.
Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of Totally Oblivious. I'm your host, Caleb Perez, here with co-host Alex and Colby.
I know what we can talk about today.
What do you want to talk about? Well, first, how are you? How are you guys? I'm good.
I woke up.
You won't ask, so I'm going to say I'm good.
Well, you asked me.
I know you won't ask me though, so I might as well answer myself.
Well, the
I'm
common
good.
guy thing would be you ask me, then I ask you.
You never ask me. No one cares how the host is doing. How are you guys?
You want to talk about that?
I'm good.
We don't care.
Your brother said that, not me. Well, I'm doing pretty good. Yesterday had like 9+ hours of sleep. I woke up feeling pretty good. I woke up this morning in a deep drenched sweat because my house was 76 degrees.
Oh, your AC broke too, huh?
No, it didn't break. It was just no one doesn't have it on automatic anymore. So I have to fucking set it up properly. So I woke up at like fucking 7 a.m. like, and I had to fix that. And then you texted me like around 9, and I'm like, motherfucker. So I had like a okay start to the morning, but the past 2 days have been pretty fucking snazzy. I would have to say so myself. Bolby, how are you feeling?
I've been super busy.
That fucking sucks.
Super
anyway. Anything else, Bolby?
That's really it. I'm busy.
Busy with
all
what?
The time.
Some days I will, like tomorrow, I will have a clinical. And it's at 6 a.m. Until like 2. And sometimes I'll have to work right after that. So that's my whole day is clinical and then work. And then I get home like at 1 or 12.
That sounds dreadful. Why would you do that to yourself?
That's the system.
You should tell the system to fuck off. Rage Against the Machine.
I've tried.
It doesn't work.
Care.
It just ropes you back. It beats you down, then ropes you back in.
Never. Okay, I do have one subject to talk about.
What do you want to talk about, Alex?
What is the one place in the entire world that you wouldn't visit? I saw the globe and I thought
Africa. Africa.
You gotta elaborate because you can't just say Africa because people then start assuming. So why? That's wild.
How's that wild?
Because you can't just be like, I want to be Africa. Everybody starts doing the eyebrow raise. The Rock. They all start doing the Rock to you.
Why is that?
Just saying. Anyway, what part of Africa? Or just all of Africa?
I think all of Africa is dangerous.
Really?
Egypt sounds cool, though.
Huh?
Egypt sounds cool.
Detour, real quick. Do we consider Egypt part of Africa, or are you going to be one of the weird people that think it's part of the Middle East?
No, it's definitely part of Africa.
Okay.
It is part of Africa.
Okay. Some people consider it.
The Middle East is Asia. And some Europe.
Eurasia. Afro-Eurasia, technically. Anyway, but why Africa?
Because there's lions. Ebola started there. There's a huge desert that's just death. Do I really have to keep going?
Oh, I'm just curious.
Malaria mosquitoes that started there, right? They started there, and they have a huge problem there. Most of that country is with low tech.
Hmm.
I don't know.
That's about it.
Comparing it to like other countries.
You're afraid of
like,
no Wi-Fi and diseases. This is the most white response ever.
low Wi-Fi and disease. You're not afraid of disease. That's my number one fear is like
Diseases?
microorganisms. Yeah.
Microorganisms.
That's scary stuff because you can't really.
You can't really defend against it. No, I get that. That's a real ass quote right there. That's real right there. Cause like, you ever think about it? Like, you can just like be crippled over and die because like some like small infectious like bacteria just
You
hit
ate
your
a
system.
slug. Have you ever heard that story? That kid that ate a slug and now he's paralyzed.
No, I never.
What?
What? Tell
He
me
ate
the
a
story.
slug and as a dare, like he just saw a slug. They were like together, hanging out, like like you and Caleb just hanging out, and then just dared it. Ha ha! Oh, you're funny, and then paralyzed now
That sounds like the most like
because of
Mexican Mexican mom esque like story ever. I knew a kid who knew a guy that knew somebody else who tripped on a pebble and now he's dead. Don't go outside.
Your father had a best friend growing up, and one time they were going outside, and
Just
the
this
chupacabra
accent.
got them.
Is this like German accent?
Yeah, what was
Das
There
German.
there was this one time when we went outside and we got bombed.
You're speaking from personal experience, dog.
Das eine Strudel and outside and was blown to smithereens.
I was talking about made up ones. Your grandma's speaking from personal experience there. I ain't saying shit. You guys can make those jokes.
Those who don't know, me and Caleb are mostly German.
It's true.
They got that blood. They got that blood hailing from the Third Reich.
That's why Caleb always dresses snazzy. He's still got that superiority.
Superiority complex.
I have so many. A joke appeared in my brain, and I can't say it, and I won't. But it is so fucking funny.
We're also Jewish too.
It's true.
We're part Jewish.
Isn't everybody like 1% Jewish?
Probably.
Something like that.
In some way.
Yeah. I
Or
think
like
so.
all white people are like 1% Jewish. Something.
In accordance to biblical beliefs, that would have to be yes.
Yeah, I think so. And every Middle Eastern person, the only ones left out are like, well, I don't really know that's a whole conundrum in itself. But anyway, back to Africa. Really?
Yes.
Well, I get it. The
What about you?
microorganisms do be going crazy though. So
Yeah.
It is. It's like I feel like there's so much scary diseases and animals. Australia has more scary animals.
hold on, we'll get to my point. Okay, that's good though. Shmela, what's the place you'll never visit in the world?
Hand me the globe.
I'll hand you.
I don't want to give the same answer as Colby because
the
Africa
places
does
you will
not sound
go.
fun to visit. Let's see. See, I think if it wasn't for
I'd
the
be
disease-
right here. Caleb and Post, zoom in right here in this area called Detroit, Michigan.
You can't have anything there.
Can't have shit in Detroit.
I don't really know because everywhere has there might be terrible things. Like Colby said, there's bad stuff in Africa, but at the same time, I would like to experience the culture at least at some point.
What about the Amazon?
I mean, there might be treasure there.
So optimistic.
So optimistic. All the conquistadors before him. Attaboy.
It's in his blood.
He
It's in my
got it.
blood.
No, that's in my blood.
Oh man, I don't know. Antarctica would be extremely cool to visit.
I think it'd be cool too.
Caleb was just optimistically like, where do I want to go for funsies?
Where we dropping, boys?
Where are we dropping?
Real, bro.
You know what? I'm just gonna say Alabama
Alabama.
Why Alabama?
because I don't like Alabama.
Right. If I had to go anywhere in the world,
The ocean.
I have like
Ocean.
two answers to this. One funny, one not funny. So the not funny one, so the serious one being Australia. Fuck Australia. That entire island is inhabited by like some of the worst. Isn't it like the top 5 / the top 10 most poisonous animals all live in Australia or something like that. Some like nuts ass statistic. Not to mention they have alligators and shit on top of all the poisonous animals in the world. Not to also mention like most of the fucking island is a desert and is basically the Sahara on fucking legendary difficult on lasso legendary difficulty.
Legendary difficulty.
You're like, nah, bro, you're fucking with me. I ain't going to Australia. No,
but Alex,
you'll
think
never
of the
catch me
cuisine.
The cuisine.
Mackers.
They have some of the best beef in the world.
It's true. But they import it from Japan, don't they?
They do.
So just go to Japan.
Man, Japan is like on the top of my list of places I want to visit.
Real. Okay, well that's my serious answer. I don't fuck with Australia because of the threat.
I think the only 2 places that would go above Japan in terms of places I really want to go is probably New York and Nashville, Tennessee. Specifically because they're easier to get to since they're in the U.S.
The USA.
The USA.
Have you seen what's going on in Italy?
It's going on in Italy, Bobby.
It's going underwater.
Other than pasta.
Oh. Is it actually like flooding?
Yeah, they have pictures of people just walking. It looks pretty cool. Like
you mean Venice? Venice is flooding?
Venice, yeah.
Yeah, Venice is a fucking floating island.
But it's crazy. Isn't that crazy?
A little bit.
You'd probably have to visit now where it's going to be gone.
It's going to sink.
Yeah, I probably should. I think I'll put that on the bucket list. But as a non-serious answer or a serious answer, non-serious answer, Indonesia. It scares me.
That's it.
What
That's
in Indonesia is bad?
So like this just probably stems from me like being chronically on the internet, just looking up spooky stories. But they got some fucking wacky shit in Indonesia, man. Like it's like if you're white, you'll die. It's how they keep the foreigners out.
I guess.
It's kind of technically like Southeast China too, but it's just all like, if you go in this temple, demons will spawn in and they'll try to kill you. It's like, what the fuck? What is happening in Indonesia, man?
Man,
and it's nuts. There's a lot of spooky stories and like apparently they might just not like white people in general down there. And I look a lot like a white man, even though I am Hispanic. So I just have a chronic fear just going down there and boom, some fucking demon spawns in and it's like, no, wait, I'm Hispanic. Oh, okay, never mind.
See, I'd say North Korea, but at the same time, I actually just can't visit North Korea. So
that is fair. I would love to visit North Korea.
Yeah, I'd like to visit South Korea.
Would it be a bad thing if in the video game I could just like spectate a North Korean
flying around,
just
a drone?
Yeah, for real. No, that's what I think. That's what I genuinely do.
That's how you start World War III. If you fly an American drone into North Korea.
Oh no, bro. Low key though, I feel like I out of all the serious things I've said so far, North Korea is probably the number one I wouldn't visit because it's like fucked up. You know that recently, apparently, they banned
the mango was a lie.
They banned trench coats because everybody was stealing Kim Jong-un style, so he banned them.
What?
Yeah, apparently that was a thing. I think you gotta fact check me on that.
Like,
post.
I'm the only one who gets drip.
Yeah,
the most dangerous country is here.
Yeah,
the USA.
You walk outside and you get shot.
No. The real answer to all of this is
you can't go to school without a bullet vest.
Is Eastern Europe in specific, like the northern part of Eastern Europe, because it's just all like, oh, demons.
What demons?
I don't know. I'd have to ask my editor. Curious, but like apparently, like Eastern Europe is just an interesting. It's not creepy or anything. It's just interesting.
So you got to think of this logically. Is if I'm dropping anywhere, let's look very deep. Mm-hmm. There should be a little tiny country.
Motherfuckers gonna choose Belgium.
I believe it's Amsterdam.
Amsterdam.
That's just like rich. Everyone there's rich. Yeah, I dropped there. I'd be rich.
Superior bloodline still runs it. I need that. Look, expensive jam.
Hitler's looking up at him with the tear in his eye.
Looking up at him.
It's like 9.
9.
I don't know the fuck he
So
says.
this is where I've gone to. This is what the world has become.
What do you think Hitler's reaction to the modern day like America would, or like the modern world?
Why is there still minorities?
9999.
That is true. But you hold on. Better question. Do you think Hitler would be on the Joe Rogan Experience? Like low key, do you think he would?
He would.
Like how long do you think?
So you did some very bad things. Why did you do that?
It's a living.
No, it's not a living. It's a killing. Why did you do it?
So there's this time I was in art school.
Oh my god, dude. Oh Jesus Christ.
This was your idea.
I know, it's just funny as fuck.
So you go into this art school and the teachers hate you. They hate your guts. So why are you why do you immediately think to kill all the Jews? Why do you think that?
Just so my teacher was Jewish and I just held a grudge.
But aren't you like
that
and then I don't know, there's a guy in the background, but like it's Jamie. But aren't you Jewish?
What did you just say to me?
Like,
What? 9999999. No, there's Jewish in my blood.
Are you guys quoting the fucking Hitler video? That old one from back in the Dude,
Yes.
hold on. Backtracking. Dude, that Hitler video of him saying no was everywhere back on your old YouTube.
That was like
That's
one
the
of
old meme.
the primary memes.
Bro, that shit was fucking nuts. Like I think there was an edit of like Super Mario or something where like it was like Super Mario's coming, Hitler, or whatever, and like like Hitler was like, "What?" It was super weird. I'm like, okay, this is weird viewing as a 6-year-old or some fucking crazy shit like that. So I was just like, okay.
If you can choose any mission in life, like if you can do anything right now in this world, what would you do?
I'd play through Hitler's life.
Play through Hitler's life?
Yeah.
Killing people
Hitler
and
play
killing
through?
yourself?
No, like I want to be like,
Hey guys, and welcome back to Hitler Simulator. I'm Alex.
no.
And,
It wouldn't be.
on this week's episode, we just got rejected from art school, and now it's time to start the Third Reich.
I just got blinded by mustard gas the other day, so now I'm trying to get out of these trenches.
No, it wouldn't be a playthrough. It'd be like a livable like autobiography. It's a bibliography. Is it auto or bib?
Auto is of yourself.
Yeah,
Biblio.
like a bib or an audio, and just like live through Hitler's life. That's what I would do.
Mein Kampf?
Yeah. Then next would be Stalin, and after that, Michael Jackson.
What the heck?
Okay.
I was asking, like, right, if you were born and you get to do whatever you want, like, what
You
are
get put on
doing?
creative mode.
Oh, I'm on creative mode.
Yeah, you can do anything. What career path or
Oh, like my dreams.
like exploring or anything you can do.
Okay, is it fucked up? My first thought is to place a whole bunch of TNT in the center of the earth and just go. If I'm in creative mode.
Alex on creative mode, digs straight down to the core and blows it up.
Post credits in heaven. I really like doing that. That was really cool.
That was
fun
I
one.
want to do it again.
Okay, so serious though. If I'm in creative mode, like, okay, does anybody know that I'm in creative mode, or is it only me?
You get to do whatever you
I'm
want to
gonna
do.
fucking build a giant pillar in like, let's go in the South Pacific. Nothing ever happens in the South Pacific.
Just in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah, I'm gonna build a giant fucking pillar that says God is angry and wants to see what happens in like no this is what I do. God is angry. Cthulhu's coming. And just like get everybody just like what the no hold on, I'm gonna redo it. God is angry. H.P. Lovecraft was right. And I just like
You might want to take back that sentence of H.P. Lovecraft was right.
or like something like that. Like everyone's like, what do you mean? Those short stories? That's what I meant by that. And like I just want to see what the world does and like panic. And just see what happens. see who
But
turns on who.
You do it anonymously.
Yeah, and then I'd also place like a little like I go to America and like in Arizona or something, I'd build a giant teddy bear. It's like a little Easter egg for the world.
The Easter egg.
Yeah. Some guy on Reddit's gonna find it and be like, "Yo, what the fuck?"
You wouldn't have
said that there was
would
once
you-
a teddy bear in Arizona and no one knew where it came from.
If I wasn't gonna go down like scaring the fucking people route, like just building some giant monument and making everybody believe like Cthulhu and all those like eldritch horrors are real, I don't know. I think I'd like make a giant wall to section off Great Britain to the rest of the world or something. Like some funny, like some fucking like fucked up funny shit. Just be like, here's everybody gets to live except Britain. You're in. You know what? No, I know what I'm gonna do.
Britain's the Sims that you put in a pool and
I was just about to say I would start playing The Sims in real life. Never mind. I take everything back. Everything I just said. Somebody is gonna get their lives simmed. I'm gonna be their player and I'm gonna make their life better. I don't know who it's gonna be, but whoever gets chosen, I'm gonna choose that guy. I hope it's a guy from Philadelphia though.
What?
Yeah, low key.
Low key.
Yeah, low key.
Thor's brother.
Oh, I could do Chris Hemsworth's too. Is it a bad thing? I want to like get like a famous person in this creative mode subject and just see if I can just make them normal.
so just make them unfamous?
Yeah.
Isn't that just
What?
Isn't that just what they were before they were famous?
Yeah. I want to see if I can revert them back.
So you just want to take away everything they worked for?
Yes. And see how they live.
Well, just imagine the average American, and there you go.
But most of the famous people are either European or Australian for whatever reason.
I wouldn't say most, but definitely the Hemsworths, but
Yeah.
Not
You know what's
the
weird?
majority.
You know what's fucked
Hugh
up?
Jackman's Australian.
It's true.
That is true. You know what's fucked up? Random thought. Everybody realized Henry
Cavill.
I can't pronounce his name.
Henry.
Cavill.
Henry Cavill has siblings, right? And everyone's like, "Oh, they must be hot." And then everybody finds out they're just like average looking guys, and everybody goes, "Oh, I feel so bad for them." I saw that on Twitter once. Someone like pulled up pictures and like, "Wow, I thought they'd be hot." I'm like, "Wow, you guys had some fucking crazy aspirations about other people's siblings." I feel that's kind of fucked up.
Caleb, what would you do?
Yeah, I'm tired of Alex's answer.
I thought I went all over.
Here's
the place.
what I would do with my creative mode is I would build a complex bullet train system throughout the United States so we can actually get from one place to another in under a few hours. Like, it's stupid that we have to rely on cars. There's 5-lane roads that cause just so much traffic. We could have one train that carries everyone everywhere, and it makes no sense why America's the only country that doesn't do this.
See, he went down like the right answer. I went down the funny.
I mean, I don't know why
You're not
Cole's
wrong.
making fun of me.
You're not
it's
wrong.
True.
You're not. Why are you laughing at me?
Why are you
I'm
bullying
right.
me? I'm
have a
right.
dream.
It's ridiculous, though, is it not? That America is the only country that just gave up on the rails.
They gave up on it because of capitalism.
Exactly. It's stupid. When we could be able to get from the whole state of Washington in like an hour. It's ridiculous. Why can't we just have trains? But no, the companies keep lobbying each other and they keep going, oh, you know what? I'm gonna make sure that the passenger trains can't ride on the existing rails, and I'm gonna make sure that the cargo trains keep passenger trains off so they run slower, and so we don't have any reliable systems to get across the country, and so you have to use cars.
Caleb, I have a question to ask.
Attack those.
Has this been in your system for over a week?
Yes, it's been in my system ever since we played Minecraft and built the Transcontinental Railroad.
That is true.
It's just like, because I was even, I think it was a couple weeks ago, I was watching this video on the Amtrak and how, like, companies, basically what I was just explaining, how companies are basically lobbying so that the Amtrak can't carry passenger trains as effectively as they possibly can. So like, you're not guaranteed a trip from Chicago to Seattle without like having to worry about, the cargo train's going to be on there. So like they're supposed to yield to passenger trains, but the way things are working is they have so much like cargo trains going on and they're refusing to build more tracks. So then the passenger trains are having their system slowed down.
Refusing to build more tracks because
capitalism. Because the oil companies are lobbying so they can have their cars get fueled. And now the gas prices are going up and they're getting more money, which would make it even better to have a complex rail system so people didn't have to worry about spending so much on gas and they could have nice public transportation and then we could save money in this time that we're having issues. But no, instead we have to spend like $100 on a full tank of gas and go in and waste half of our paycheck just trying to get to work every day.
Can't forget about airplanes too. They get a lot of gas from airplanes.
That is
true.
Like you just fly. I have to fly sometimes from where I am to Seattle just for bam right there, $400. Like dang,
400 smacks
compared to like
400 doubloons, man. That's
what
it's just the train. Just be there and like real quick.
It's just ridiculous because like. It was like that before. We had trains and we're effectively able to pass through areas without having to worry about cars.
How are the rich people going to get rich then?
Who cares about the rich people?
About them.
Who cares about them?
Who radicalized Caleb? This is the most like radicalized Caleb.
I yearn for the rails.
You want to know something interesting?
Out of context, that sounds so fucking gay. What?
How does that sound gay?
I want the rail. What kind of rail?
What?
You want to get railed? Anyway, that's what I thought during that.
Why would you think that? Want to know something interesting though?
Dumb jokes.
Caleb has always loved
trains.
I love trains.
Choo Choo Charles.
I like trains. Choo Choo Charles. Honestly, after that game, it made me even more wanting trains throughout the country because I was like, man, just seeing
I have a question.
The character ride on a train is so cool. I want to ride on a train, but I can't because the Amtrak isn't as reliable as it should be.
What if Choo Choo Charles is a psyop for children to not like trains anymore, so they never have to make
trains more?
It could have.
What if the developer actually? It's the opposite of what you think. The developer is trying to get the children to like trains, so now they'll be lobbying for trains in the future.
I genuinely hope that's the case.
I hope so too. I want trains. I want to be able to be here in Moses Lake and be able to ride a train all the way somewhere else and not have to worry about spending $1 bajillion on plane tickets where I could just ride a train. I wouldn't mind spending an annual fee to be able to have a year pass to ride the train whenever I wanted to. That means I could travel whenever I wanted to.
Caleb is so base today, man. Can you keep on going?
Passionate on this.
I know what this episode's title is going to be called.
Trains.
Trains, and more trains.
Look, it's just because I was even researching this a little bit before the podcast. So
he got files, bro. He got Safari folders.
So the bullet train in Japan can run at 199 miles per hour, and so if we look at that's across the entire country of Japan, or across their whole rail system. It covers 13,000 miles. So we look at how far it is from Spokane to Seattle. Oh, look, it's only 279 miles. So you could feasibly get there in an hour.
Real.
It's true.
And instead, right now, the way it currently is running, it takes 4 hours to get across the whole state when it could only take an hour. You could get anywhere you wanted to. I could work in Seattle from here and be able to get to work every single day without having to worry about being late.
I have a question. True. In this creative mode, hypothetically speaking, in Minecraft, would you just grab a whole bunch of TNT and just light all these billionaires' like homes up? Why is it only your focus on the trains here?
You want to know one of Kill's
You should just TNT blow up all the rich people.
Because look, if the rails are in place, if I'm in creative mode, The rails are already in place. I already set up their bullet train system. At that point, I just start taking all their money anyways. So what are they going to do? They can't kill me.
What if you just devalue their oil?
I could. I'd do just that by just magically creative mode putting down tracks.
Caleb's Willem Dafoe. He blows up the government.
No, like make like
you think you can take out my trains, do you?
Or no, hold on.
The hob hobo.
Hold on. What if you do this in the most gangster way possible? You just set up gas stations that give free gas, the gas is just unlimited thanks to your creative mode.
Or I just snap my fingers in creative mode, and every single car is an electric vehicle.
And every time somebody tries to make a new one, it automatically turns into an electric vehicle.
It immediately does. There's no longer fuel-powered vehicles. It's all electric.
Yes.
And then even then, it's cheaper to just use it's faster to use the trains that I built.
No. One day I hope to screw over rich people.
Yeah, I just want the trains back. I don't
like rich people, man.
I want to get from here to the east side of the country in a feasible amount of time.
Is it too hard to ask?
It's not too hard because it's implemented in other countries. Japan has one of probably the best implemented system of rails, as they literally they hardly ever run late. And if they do, there's going to be issues within the company as people are going to lose their jobs.
Yeah.
That's how strict they are in their rail system. And it works. People get to work on time. They have an effective system to get from the one side of their entire country to the other.
You could literally live anywhere and work anywhere.
You could.
Be anywhere.
I could live here and feasibly work in New York.
You know, now looking at it, my brain just thought about this. You know how fucking stupid it is? Our country is fucking massive. Why the fuck why
restrict you to?
Yeah, why am I only restricted to go places in a car and it takes 8 hours to drive?
Now
that I think about it, hold on. Caleb got me thinking real quick. My gears be turning and shit, man.
You could go to.
I'm not even high right now, and I'm
big. You could go to New York in the same time it takes you to go to Seattle.
How backwards is it that Japan, the smaller country, has a better system for traveling than our ginormous country?
Our ginormous rich country.
Yeah. Our ginormous rich country. How?
Is it a bad thing how I understand how ass backwards America is?
It makes no sense.
Why I saw a statistic or something that one multi stacked fucking highway in Texas, and everybody's this is the size of Luxembourg or whatever, or some shitty in Europe. It's it's the same size as it. It's that's kind of weird. My girlfriend is studying in one of those majors. I'm forgetting it in the moment. Environmental planning. I think that's what it is, but I think it might have a more specific name. And she always brings it up, and it's just all man, we got some fucked up systems here. It fucking genuinely sucks. A train would be pretty cool. A clean bus would be pretty cool.
Where is our great source of public transportation? Because even buses for this just transporting yourself in the smaller cities, it's why don't we have better versions of that? Why do I have to?
Because they want you to buy a car. They want you to buy a car, so you waste money.
Also, they most of Ford and Chevy is they break down easy, so you buy parts and stuff.
And that's why I buy Japanese made. Again, Japan doing things better than America.
Toyota will always be the best car company. I don't give a fuck.
It's Honda.
Okay, you know what?
I hate Honda, but I have to agree that
Toyotas live. Have you ever seen the one video?
My dad's car is literally a frame at this point, and it's still driving.
Dude, Toyotas know how to live. Honda's the cheap Toyota of the world, but it's still good because it's Japanese made. But it totally makes sense why F-150s and shit just break easily. Mm-hmm. They're all big and robust. You see this little tiny gear in here? If this shit breaks, you need to buy a whole new, you need to buy this or a whole new truck, bitch. After only 100K miles. It's nah, man. That's just bullshit.
And even my Nissan, I have had absolutely no problems with it. I'm just tired of buying gas for it every single week.
Oh yeah, it's bullshit. It really is.
You want to hear a Caleb story?
I'll hear a Caleb story from Colby.
How I like to ride the train back and forth in Paper Mario. Yeah, we know. That's
true. He's always loved trains. The first thing he did, when we first played Minecraft, what I did, this is like a very me thing to do. I built a tower, made a huge platform, tamed a bunch of dogs and put them up on top of my platform. And I was like, we're doing scientific study.
This isn't when we first played Minecraft. This is
I think it's when the game first released for Xbox.
This is when they first added the Ender Dragon update to Xbox. So it was like a few years after.
I don't know Minecraft too well. I just know it's like one of the few times I played it with Caleb. What does he do? Guess what Caleb does? I make this tower, make it all nice, make a little scientific platform, have the dogs overwatching the whole world, bring peace upon the world. All dogs have these lab coats and goggles, looking at each other, discussing problems of the world. And guess what Caleb does? He goes, plops a bunch of TNT on my place. I'm like, Caleb, what are you doing? I fly. I think I fly, right? Or do I run over?
We're on creative.
I fly over to him and like I see what he's about to do. TNT stuffed in the room.
Oh, so you're a terrorist.
And I see my dogs through the glass. They'll like look at me. I'm like, no. And Caleb's like, and I just see everything blow up.
Colby is
and there's just a crater. I even like to the very bottom of the bedrock. I was like, why'd you do that,
Colby
Caleb?
is remembering the story wrong.
How am I remember my dogs getting blown up by you.
You created a mining system. So it dropped bombs down and blew up a crater. And one of the times you tried dropping the bombs down, they got stuck inside. And the dogs looked at you as all the TNT was stuck right next to them.
I'll take back my terrorist comment. You're a dumb terrorist.
That's right. I did. I made like the egg carrier or whatever.
No. I take that back. You're just a dumb capitalist trying to. Well, what happened? How did that Ohio thing work?
Where they spilled all the...
Yeah, whatever those guys did, that's what you did. Also, I feel like that's another reason why trains will never be good now, is because that whole scheme happened over there.
They probably did that on purpose!
Exactly. Because people like that transportation thing, I remember a lot of people were talking about it. Boom. All of a sudden, all this money started being spilled, and it'd just be a giant tax write-off.
Mm-hmm. But you know,
I hate companies.
You know what the worst part is we're getting to a point where in society where it's like the trains will only make more and more sense as there's more and more people on the planet. Like we're at a point like you could argue, but how am I supposed to go to the store and get groceries and stuff? I want my
motherfucker. You better walk, groceries. Bitch.
We're like everything's getting delivered to your front doorstep. Like. You don't need your own car anymore. People deliver stuff to your house. The only thing you need to transport yourself would be something that transports a lot of different people to different places, like a bus system or a train system.
If you were ever to become president, they would
kill me.
They JFK you under like I'd say like how fast do you think they'd kill your brother? I'm thinking like less than 3 months.
Have you seen?
They'd kill me before I even got near the presidency.
Have you seen those new memes of like, who is it? Robert F. Kennedy now?
Yeah.
He's running, and then they're like CIA's in the background, like ready to get him. Everyone shoot at that man.
Dude, it's nuts.
That's literally I think that's the worst part of our government is like you can have an incredibly good idea, but it's such an echo chamber of people who are just looking out for themselves that nothing's ever going to get done.
Low-key.
We're never going to have a good transportation system. I'll never get to ride the rails across the country, and I'll never be able to have a full wallet.
Who pissed you off?
The government.
You know, low key though, being greedy for yourself sometimes it's kind of a little bit acts like a drug. Because I'll bring up an example with myself, and even I realized it. Is that recently with Craig and Jared and Dylan,
they're greedy for themselves?
No. I'm greedy for myself. That we started up a Minecraft server, right? And my first initial reaction to getting items was not putting it in the community chest for all of us was to put it in my own chest and not share it. And hoard it.
See, why do you, at that point, why do you even stick with a group? You might as well go off on your own.
Because we're on a sky island and I have to play with them. And I realized while doing it, I stopped and I'm like, wow, I'm just a selfish bastard right now. I should probably stop. And to be totally honest, it was just,
You didn't.
I did. But like, I did after like Jared was trying to make a cobblestone generator and I accidentally hit him. I was like, oh, my bad. He's like, if I fell off this sky block, I was about to leave so damn quick. And I was like, okay. Yeah, because it was just so toxic to be me, you know? It was to be a little troll, man. But I feel like low key, that's how some billionaires think. Like I'm doing it for funnies and just messing around with homies and shit.
There's no consequences.
There's no consequences in Minecraft. It's just me being funny. There's no guilty conscience because technically you'll just respawn in the world because it's a sky block and we're fine. But it's just all like low key. I feel like that's what some billionaires and like millionaires have. It's just to be like a massive fucking prick.
That's the biggest problem, I think, is most of this is so competitive in this world. And like all they really care about is the number. Like they want like
a bigger
2B.
number.
Oh, you're 2B? Well, I'm 4B. Oh, you're 4B? I have this much companies. I have this much houses. I have $1 trillion.
Don't get me into the housing market bullshit.
Oh my gosh. Hate that too.
I just want a house. I just want a house, brother. Why can't I afford a house? Like nobody lives nobody, and I mean fucking nobody lives in the middle of America. Nobody does.
Yeah.
Nobody
But
does.
with trains, you could.
And with a rail system, you could feasibly get to the middle of America and have a nice house there and be able to commute to any part of the country you want.
How quick
It is
resources could be transported.
It is.
Just think about how it was back when they first started the rail system. Is like insanely effective.
Low key
in developing the country.
Caleb, one of these days you need to go down a giant rabbit hole and figure out why. Who was the first motherfucker who said, "Nah, that shit"?
It had to have been an
Probably
oil company.
like Ford or something.
I was
or
about
one
to
of the
say,
car companies.
low key, I think it's Ford.
Because like once the car came into place, like once it became commonplace in like the 60s and 70s, that's when the rails just died. Like it wasn't even like it wasn't even like progressively. It was just like immediate, just gone. There was no trains. People didn't use trains anymore.
That is so fucking weird.
It's so stupid.
Is it really in the 70s and 80s?
It's like the 60s.
60s?
Like late 60s is when like the rails just said, nope, we're done.
You know, chronologically speaking, to my mind, when was the last time they dropped a nuclear bomb?
A nuclear bomb?
A nuclear bomb.
For testing?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
In the USA. Because low key, I feel like how like oil companies got so big was just like demonizing other resources.
That's another thing we were just talking about yesterday was how much the military spends on just testing weapons. It's like $500,000 just to shoot one little thing, and they're like, "Oh, okay,
it's good."
Or is that just a ploy? Do they just say, "Oh, we shot this $1 billion rocket. We don't know where the money went. That's where it went."
Yeah, no, like low key, like
literally, we are slaving away every day. We are slaving away, working hard.
I got the Perez the thing today, boys. I got
every day we're working hard. And
this is Colby's question.
We get depressed and people die and we get sick and we're paying for bills and we have no time to have fun. And guess what the billionaires are doing? They're just blowing things up.
I don't know who Colby was talking to. Just like looking off into.
If you get ever clipped, I want you to know you did a baby voice during all of that for funnies. Like it wasn't serious. You start looking at shit with like just a little bit of thought, and you realize, damn, maybe we are the bad guys.
We are the bad guys because America doesn't even design walkable cities. What if I don't even need a bus or a train? What if I just wanted to walk to work? I can't because everything is like halfway across the world.
Did you know it's our constitutional right to overthrow our government?
Would you?
Yes.
I would.
That's our constitutional right. George Washington said, "Hey guys, when things go south,
hold on. Hold on. Pause. Pause. I put pause. If I was in creative mode, this is what I would do. Final answer. No Cthulhu bullshit. No HP Lovecraft bullshit.
I like how
No, pause. I put pause. I would revive George Washington to help me serve in rebelling against the United States to make it more like the original 13 colonies. That's what I would do. Final fucking answer, and I would win.
That wouldn't even work.
Shut up, Bulby.
That wouldn't even work. The people would be like, kill him. Someone on the internet would be like, oh, he just zombie, kill him. And then they'd kill George Washington.
And then I'd revive him
so
again.
Stupid.
I'd revive Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, maybe Alexander Hamilton if he does sing those songs.
Jesus
from the
Cristo.
And then like I'd
summon. It's a summon. Jesus Cristo.
I summon my stand, George Washington. Like, brother, that's what I would do. I would revive George Washington to help me like retake America.
Yeah.
Do you know that schools have
probably be civil war.
No. Do you know that schools brought back feudalism? I saw that the other day. Yeah, they brought back a feudalism for teachers to like have housing near like schools, like their own like mini housing for like school teachers and shit. I'm like, oh, that's just feudalism. They brought back feudalism.
What is feudalism for the people that don't know, like me?
Oh, a feudalism is where like somebody owns the land and you just live on it.
I think
and more.
I think that's more like
it's like not a landlord, but it's like a king.
Oh, okay.
It's like
there's a specific like
lords.
American term for that because it's like the same idea of like what they did with the mining towns.
Oh yeah,
back in like the late 1800s.
Oh yeah,
where like you basically had to work for the mines for the rest of your life, or else you had nothing.
Yeah. It's
a cog to the system.
Yeah. Low key, man. Like I know we've said a lot of jokes in this. We're just being funnies.
I'm not being funny. I want rails.
Okay, aside from that, but like everything I've said, like low key, all governments are bad because they probably really, in all honesty, don't care about you in the grand scheme of it all. Like maybe there is like a 2 or 3 or 4 like genuine people that want to do good, but everybody else does not give a fuck.
No.
Okay, Alex, tell me, how do you fix the governments then? What is a good
You really want my answer to this?
I want your answer.
You basically have to restart society. Basically, you have to refigure out the numerical system from the start to figure it out. Like the first guy to be like, because I own the wheat fields, I am now better than you. Kill that guy immediately. Kill that guy. Kill that guy and maybe even his kids. Go full Sun Tzu. The women, the men, the children too. Kill that man immediately. Everybody gets the share of the field.
Mind. Can you imagine that hive mind? He's just like at a bar. I am better than you because I have wheat fields. Kill him.
Kill him.
Just
I'm making a joke out of that.
Like a skeleton left.
Kill him.
Never mind.
No, but like that's what you would have to do. You would have to restart society because there are so many like deep rooted things that you can't just stop nowadays. You just can't.
Racism is so deep rooted into society.
But I'll tell you what.
I was about to say,
improved.
But racism.
It's improved a lot since like I was a kid.
Oh no, because that's okay. Here's the one thing that I think the modern age has improved. The internet has shown people
the truth. It's shown them what the power.
But
of the
sometimes
rail
it does lead to
system
echo
can do.
chambers. But like low key, there are a lot of deep rooted things within human society, like the species itself, from like the very start of like us being like, 1 + 1 = 2. Like from that moment, there has been shit that we needed to be rooted out, like low key. So I feel like to answer Colby's question, to get back to it, you would have to basically stop at every point where it basically would be like, I am now better than you because I own this. No, kill that man or beat him before you even get like anywhere near those ideas. Like immediately, like you off the cuff. If somebody starts being like, I'm gonna give you, I want for that dog, I want 2 more gold coins than I should. No. Exile that man to the Sahara.
All the dogs onto him.
Yes. Like, I'm being very serious. With my jokes here, there is a serious message. To restart human, you'd have to restart human, like the species itself to get anywhere.
You want to hear something kind of chilling?
What?
There's like prophecy about like a meteor hitting Earth and resetting society.
Good.
I'd be the first motherfucker.
Sephiroth was right the whole
He's riding
time.
on the meteor. Alex is like,
I'd be the first guy to restart society. I would take that burden and be like, there will be no communism, there will be no socialism, there will be no democracy. You will live in your houses. You'll just wake up, tend to your little fields, and that's it.
and trade. You can trade.
And trade.
Anything.
There will not be a dollar.
You have trains to visit wherever you want.
Yes, it will be like almost in a
and trains, guys.
and they're almost
And the train.
No, like how I imagine it. I'm not even high, and I'm thinking this shit up. Like you'd grab the best parts of all all ideologies and just make it into one. Like and there would be ideas of communism, socialism, democracy, maybe a bit of capitalism just in the trading aspect of it, but nothing more than that. And then like everyone just lives in a house. If you want to get something, you just go to the fucking market and be like, "What do you want?" I don't know, man. I need like a fucking pencil. I'll trade you a few eggs for that pencil. I'm down.
Do you think that's like the lesson of this world? Because think about it. That can be applied to race.
Yeah.
That can be applied to religion.
Yeah.
That can be applied to anything. What you just said.
Yeah. Just
mind your own business and be happy.
Be equal.
This is the one thing from Christianity I will always love. Why you got to be a hater, man? Just love your fellow man, dog. It ain't that fucking difficult.
Help them too.
Like sure,
someone needs help. Help them.
Yeah, and yes, there has to be like a judge system or like a law system too. But you also have to hold people accountable, and you really have to like. This is one thing where like you could never let go. And okay, how do I say this? If people in power need to also be fucking like body checked constantly.
Yeah.
Like, you have to have some people in power. And I know I'm being contradictory right now, but you have to body check them to be like, you only have power because we say you have power, and that's it. The minute we leave you, it's gone.
And that's what's happening with the American government.
Yeah,
there's absolutely no checks for the people in power.
No one body checks anybody. Like, in my perfect world, you just do this. Oh, there's a judge, and everybody has it's a fair system. The most optimal like American version of it, and like you get judged. But if the judge does something stupid, exiled.
You know, I think
or some crazy
I was thinking
shit.
this a while back too. The judge, like I was thinking about how to restructure. I was thinking the judges should be just a populace, a popular vote. Hey, like
maybe
everyone, like even online, you can do it online now. Like you know how they have it in a court now or before. Like, you can have people just jump online and be like, "Hey, what do you think of this? What should we do?" Like come as a collective and be like,
unless it's murder. I think murder is the only one where you'd be like,
well, you don't know if they're innocent or not.
That is true. It gets muddy. Like there's some areas you have to critically think out, but for the basics of it,
death by exile.
Just sit in your homes, bro, and just vibe.
Just be happy.
Here's a Joe Rogan way of looking at it. Here's a fucking edible, man. Just take the shit and vibe. Like come on, man. It ain't that difficult. Why do you have to kill each other?
Why does
the government
why do we have to go to war for oil? We could just be happy.
Like, why do you have to enslave your people? Like, why? Like, do people in power now? And like, there's, like I said, it is something deep rooted within the human
pyramid
core that like some people are just fucked up. Like, you just see it, and it's just like, what is wrong with you? Like, don't get me wrong, this might be very un-American of me. And like you see like some like communist countries and you're like, why? And like I see some good in it, like some things like very often. I'm like, well, that's a cool policy maybe, but it's just like, you're just controlling those people. They really don't have any freedom. And on the other end, they look at us and be like, oh, look at those American Yankee dogs. But it's just all like, I know we got some fucked up shit over here too. I ain't gonna deny it, but it's just all like, both of our political leaders are fucked. You know that, right, dog? So it's just like, man, A meteor needs to hit on the Earth, and I think me and Caleb and Colby can get this shit down in like a week.
I'll start the rails.
You imagine Caleb.
I think the most difficult part. The most difficult part
You have to go across the country now, Caleb.
is going to be like figuring out the power system, because I really need people to realize
equality, power to everyone.
Yes, like the only reason why you have power is because
You're
the people
alive.
give you power, and the minute you get hip checked, you need to realize you can lose that shit instantly.
That's our constitution.
Except that people found loopholes.
Yeah. And that's the thing too. It's like some people are just like, oh, here's a loophole. I'm gonna be honest, man. Leave.
Get out.
Like almost in a weird way. And this is gonna be probably a bad example if you know Discord well. I treat it like a Discord server. Immediate, just kick them. No. Banned. I don't care. I don't want you here. Everybody needs to just be friendly with each other. Good smiles.
Then they form their own government group and they attack you.
And that's the thing. Humans are just by inherent, and maybe this is just me because I'm talking right now. I do think at a human's most basic core, I don't know if this is going to be a controversial opinion here. I do think we are not evil, but I think we are prideful, self-centered.
Yes.
And it eventually will develop into natural evilness. I genuinely think that. Yeah. But I think there's some people out there who just want to be nice, that I think realize, hey, I have a guilty conscience. You want to like trade this 2 eggs for those 2 pencils, and that's it. Because the best form of capitalism is just physical trading. Because fuck Bitcoin.
And where's my physical coinage to spend money on? Why am I using a stupid piece of paper that's worth actually nothing, but people put a price on it because they just decided that, oh, this is worth $10. No, it's not. It's worth nothing. It's a piece of paper.
And everything technically, like, America has how many millions in taxes, or
in debt?
In debt. It technically doesn't exist. Like my brother the other day was arguing with me about that shit because he was just like thinking about it, and I said, if we just said that doesn't exist anymore, it just doesn't exist.
It's true.
Like as a human collective, we can be like everybody has 0 debt.
So I just told Caleb.
You'd be fine.
And even in full technicality too, because everybody is in debt to somebody else, that really means there actually is no debt because everybody.
You can literally just say this. It is not. There's nothing wrong with everybody zeroing out. Nobody loses anything and nobody gains anything. Everybody is zeroed out. Oh, but I lost X amount of money. Yeah, but now you don't have debt, and the other guy doesn't have debt now.
You don't have to pay for anything.
Yeah, you're literally good.
You're good. Everyone's chill.
Everybody's chilling.
Guess what?
Now.
No,
everybody
greedy
gets
people
a
want
net,
your control.
Everybody gets a net neutral right there. Nobody gets taxed anymore, and nobody loses anything anymore. And there you go. And that's why I hate the fucking government.
Exactly.
No, we had a cut. Caleb and Post, explain why you had a cut.
Did he cut? Caleb and Post, did you cut?
You can't ask me. I'm not the deity.
You have connections to Caleb and Post.
Yeah. What is Caleb and Post doing?
He's cutting it right now.
Okay. This is going on for an hour,
he's
hour
cutting,
21.
He's cutting to the end of the episode.
I think. Any final thoughts?
The final thought is everything in life is up to chance, much like next week's episode, because we're spinning the wheel of fate.
Oh no! Oh god! Oh god! No!
I think he pushed the cheering, either the cheering or the casino music.
Where can I place this?
Should be right there. Oh no! The wheel of fate's now here.
The Wheel of Fate, we will decide what happens in next week's episode of Totally Oblivious. Let us spin.
Colby,
spin. Colby, what is the answer?
Destroy the evil magic 8 ball.
Oh.
Dun dun dun.
Oh.
Can we do that right now?
Yeah.
Wait. I don't want to be in the splash zone.
There is evil.
There is evil.
And we are meant to destroy it now.
Oh no, my goodness. I don't know how we're going to do this without making a mess.
Okay, hold on. Save this for next week. We set up a table outside and smash it.
Okay.
We get a shotgun and we shoot it.
You live another day.
That's how we works. Okay, but on a serious note, just to finish what we were saying before with the whole government things. How are we feeling overall?
How we feeling?
How are we feeling? Colby?
I'm pretty optimistic, to be honest. I think there is going to be some bad stuff that's going to occur. There might be a reset, but you know what? That's why we're here. We are supposed to lead into a better way of living.
Real. Caleb?
Someday I hope to ride the trains all across the nation.
Caleb yearns for the tracks.
It's just what I said, but with more trains.
Alex, what does Alex have to say? Well, I blame most human problems on human nature. I think that's the genuine thing I want to get across here. I thought that for a very long time. I think I will still hold on to that belief as I get older in life. Maybe, I hope. Or maybe I do realize something when I'm older that I don't see now. But yeah, I think we need a really good reform, a really good meteor crash. And it might lead into some things. But I don't think they'll ever happen in my lifetime. So I just have to be the best person I can now and be a loving, caring, optimistic, indomitable human spirit motherfucker and just be nice. Because that's the best thing I can do.
Can I say something real quick?
Actions.
Go Apparently, you probably know about this. Mm-hmm. They say there was a meteor that crashed before and that's what caused the Great Flood. Mm-hmm. And it's like in Washington, in our state, that huge
river. Yeah, I've heard about this one.
Haven't you ever thought though, like you looked at those plateaus and you're like, how did this form? Yeah. They're saying it is a meteor that hit right there. Yeah. And that's what caused all the great floods.
You know how much glacier sheets are over here?
That's crazy.
America was like over half of it was covered in ice. Yeah. Most of it. So if there was a meteor, like scientifically speaking, like a meteor that hit and all of a sudden there is like a scientifically proven, almost like credible, like, yeah, there probably was a massive flood that did occur around the world because a meteor hit just the right spot. Yeah, no, that's true.
Lightning doesn't strike twice in the same place, right?
And hopefully we have something like that happen again.
We're safe though, right?
I guess other than that, is that
can we live on a happy note? Caleb, show the picture of the ducks on screen.
Ducks.
Yeah,
they're big now.
Are they? I gotta go view them.
They're big.
Did you ever like give away the two mean ones?
It died.
It
died of angerism. Wow. It was so.
One died and the brother got accepted into the.
It was so cold-hearted that he died, or the brother was like, snuffed him out, left him to die, and moved on into other bigger group.
All right, well.
So yeah, that's a happy note to end on.
Have you ever seen where the crawdads sing?
All right, Colby's getting delusional. Say your action, Caleb. All right, guys, just be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to share the podcast.
Fight the power.
Fight the power. Build train tracks. And I'll see you all next week when we destroy the evil magic 8 ball.
It's your right, as we are going to.
It's your right.
This is going to be our representation of what we should do to evil.
And are you ready to die? Cannot predict now.
It's kind of scary.
It's going to die.
It's afraid of death.
All right, deuces.
All right, peace out.